So, welcome back to the second episode in the Bastards retrospective of Bioshock. So, for anyone new to the series, what we'll be doing in this is playing through Bioshock. For the most part, certainly for the main elements of just playing the game without any commentary. But in certain bits, I'll kind of pause the action, as it were, and talk a bit about how Bioshock has stood up, the things it still does well, the things it still doesn't do so well, and just kind of give my own take on Bioshock in general. So yeah, we're in the initial New Year's Eve bar setting.
Baby, I'm not. Are you afraid of judgment?
And before I was rudely interrupted by that splicer, we're just kind of having a wander around, browsing the area, picking up what we can, and murdering fools. So let's get back to it.
Tell me why you've had a hole in the wall the size of Plymouth Rock coming out of your crapper going on 3 weeks now? Now, I ain't saying I'm Shakespeare. I'm trying to run a respectable theater. I got working folk coming in from Port Neptune trying to catch a little diversion. And all they can think about is the stink coming out of your shitter. Get it fixed.
And again, another thing that the audio diaries in this game do fairly well is just give hints and tips on ways to get out of areas, kind of secrets in areas, stuff like that. Sometimes they drop codes for safes or doorways and things like that. And in the case of this one, obviously we've got to find a hole in the shitter, as he so eloquently described it, to get out of here and into the theatre.
Leave me alone!
Lower that weapon for a minute. You think that's a child down there? Don't be fooled. She's a little sister now. Somebody went and turned a sweet baby girl into a monster. Whatever you thought about right and wrong on the surface, well, that don't count for much down in Rapture. Those little sisters, they carry Adam, the genetic material that keeps the wheels of Rapture turning. Everybody wants it, everybody needs it.
I didn't mean to hurt anyone! Knocking at my door.
Security alert in progress.
Come back! I'm only making this hard for us both!
So tell me, friend, which one of the bitches sent you? The KGB wolf or the CIA jackal? Here's the news. Rapture isn't some sunken ship for you to plunder. And Andrew Ryan isn't a giddy socialite who can be slapped around by government muscle. And with that, farewell, or das Vodania, Jerry.
Who invited you?
It's interesting to see those kind of set pieces in Bioshock because, at least in my head, it wasn't a game that really made overly excessive use of set pieces like that. It's certainly no Modern Warfare, or anything like that. I mean, there's famous sort of semi-interactive cutscenes, I guess you'd say, which you could say were set pieces, I suppose. But I've never really remembered massively any kind of big sort of semi-combat related set pieces like that, with obviously the ending with the splicers pounding on the glass and running out. So it's interesting to see something like that in there. Again, the combat. It's not great. It's a bit. I mean, I'm not a great shooter player, as I've mentioned, but
Andrew Ryan, the bloody king of Rapture. Now find your way to emergency access.
yeah, I'm not a great shooter player, but it still feels a bit clunky to me. A little bit clunky. Yeah, this is more kind of, we're entering into now what the general gameplay of Rapture is. Wander around a limited area, find secrets, find various things, kind of bounce around between rooms and buildings in that area, and then proceed. So without any further ado, let's just do just that.
Hey, Mary, going to the big game tonight? I'm with Ryan's greatest of players.
No way, Jim. It's not safe. Haven't you heard? Atlas's bandits are everywhere.
Hold on a second then. Remember what Andrew Ryan says. If you do that.
The finest? The finest. Hardly.
Keep away from my face!
Clean it up, you little nothing! Come here now! Stop wasting blood! That's all your kind can do, isn't it? Stop now! It won't work for long!
I'm sucking everything!
Ryan and Adam. Adam and Ryan. All those years of study, and was I ever truly a surgeon before I met them? How we blinked away with our scalpels and toy morality. Yes, we could lop a boil here and shave down a beak there, but could we really change anything? No. But Adam gives us the means to do it. And Ryan frees us from the phony ethics that held us back. Change your look, change your sex, change your race. It's yours to change. Nobody else's.
Okay, the reason I've been kind of dodging in front of bullets and doing all sorts of crazy things like that is because I wanted you guys to see about how these guys work, the little following bots. Once you hack them, you can get them following around and gun things down. You can do the same with turrets later in the game. Now, the hacking minigame, yes. Now, one of the reasons, I think, why games will never be considered as valid a medium or an art as film or theatre or books is probably because none of those art forms have hacking minigames, which are basically the devil. Obviously the one in this, as you saw, is basically like a pipe mania kind of thing. Set up the pipe to have it flow from one point to another. And as hacking games go, it's all right. It's all right. It's not awful. It's not awful. And it is very useful as well. Very, very useful. I love these little guys. Wherever he's gone, there he is. And I'll be hacking as many of them as I can because I like having little pets around who shoot my enemies in the face, and in games too. So if you don't like that hacking minigame, sorry, you're going to be seeing a lot of it. Okay.
Welcome to the Circus of Value.
Hey? I'm not entirely sure why that happened, to be honest. I had plenty of time, I thought. Let's try that again. Did I make some horrible error? Ah, yeah, I remember. Yes, okay, yeah, fine. Fuck. Yeah, okay, yeah. I did make a horrible error. It's fine. Yeah, what I forgot about this is that, yeah, when the fluid, i.e. turquoise, reaches a point where it's blocked, it freezes out. Yes, I did forget that. I should have done that quicker. There we go. Yeah, you can also hack the vending machines, buy extra items out of them, buy items for cheaper. It's all good. It's all good. There's alternate ammos in this game for all the different guns, as you can see. So there's some armor-piercing rounds here. They're very good against turrets, security bots, and big daddies, some of whom we'll be meeting before long. So, shall we buy some? No, we'll leave it for now. We'll leave it for now. We can always come back and buy some more.
Dr. Steinman said he'd release me today. Ryan didn't come to see me since the New Year's attack, not once. But Dr. Steinman was very attentive. He told me that once the scar tissue was gone, he was gonna fix me right up, make me prettier than any girl I've ever seen. He's sweet, all right. And so interested in my case. Alert is in progress. Access is limited for the time being. We appreciate your...
New York, they'd laugh you out of town.
If you want to use the emergency access, you'll be needing Dr. Steinman's key. He's the one that runs this place. But I don't expect him to hand it to you out of the milk of human kindness. Steinman ain't that kind, and frankly, I'm not even sure he's still human.
How dare you! All this trash!
Now you run the monkey cage. Here they come.
Stop wasting my time! Go! the door! I'm watching. Hey, where are you going?
The parasite hates three things: free markets, free will, and free men.
You promised me pretty, Steinman. You promised me pretty. Now look at me. Look at me.
So yeah, that combat definitely didn't go as well as it could have done. The combat in Bioshock is probably by modern FPS standards a bit more difficult than most FPSs. I'd say the same for Bioshock Infinite actually in general. I mean, it doesn't help that I'm just generally not very good at shooters, but it's definitely it can be challenging. I think it can be challenging, even if you are probably maybe I don't know. Let me know. Yeah, and as I said before, creepy stuff. Steinman is kind of the first boss, I suppose, of Bioshock, who runs this area, the medical pavilion. Yeah, he's pretty fucked up. Pretty fucked up. Let's find out how much.
You keep an eye peeled for Steinman. The daft bastard set up shop in the surgery wing. You want to find him? Just follow the blood.
Adam presents new problems for the professional. As your tools improved, so do your standards. There was a time I was happy enough to take off a wart or two, or turn a real circus freak into something you can show in the daylight, but that was then, when we took what we got. But with Adam, the flesh becomes clay. What excuse do we have not to sculpt and sculpt and sculpt until the job is done?
Turret there. Okay. And our bot's about to go. Oh, that's a shame. Okay.
Tenderloin. If you serve that in any respectable hotel in New York,
Now, what I'm trying to do is get close enough to the turret. Evidently not.
Remember, all them machines will short out right and prop if you hit them with
Good hint.
electrovolts.
Having a hacked turret is always a good idea. Okay. Whoa! Another turret through there, huh? Okay. Get through there, huh? So I'm kind of backed up in here until I can get rid of those guys. I don't want my turret to shoot me.
We can
What's that, fella?
Hacking everything. Everything is hacked. Come on. There we go. Well,
What is that then? You don't you disrespect me!
oh, what? Is that my own turret shooting at me? Yes. Well done, turret. Okay, so my Eve's not great at the moment. So my Eve management may need a little bit of work.
I was at German prison camp, only 16 years old when I realized I have love for science. German doctor, he make experiment. Sometimes he makes scientific error. I tell him of this error, and this make him angry. But then he asks, how can a child know such a thing? I tell him sometimes I just know. He screams at me, then why tell me? Well, I said, if you are going to do such things, at least you should do them properly.
Dark.
On the surface, the parasite expects the doctor to heal them for free, the farmer to feed them out of charity. How little they differ from the pervert who prowls the streets looking for a victim he can ravish for his grotesque amusement.
Hey, fella. up with me.
I am beautiful, yes. Look at me. What could I do to make my features finer? With Adam and my scalpel, I have been transformed. But is there not something better? What if now it is not my skill that fails me, but my imagination?
Muchas gracias. Bienvenido a la... Muchas...
It has been brought to my attention that some citizens have discovered ways to hack the vending machines. I should not need to remind each and every citizen of Rapture that free enterprise is the foundation upon which our society has been established. Parasites will be punished.
Maybe could get out of the habit of just relentlessly hacking every single thing I see, but where would the fun be in that? Yeah, Steinman's he's a pretty messed up guy. Yeah. So where should we go first? Yeah, there are the areas in Bioshock are fairly large, I guess, fairly large for kind of shooter levels, and there's a lot of kind of extra buildings that you don't really need to go into unless you want to, and we'll be doing that. We'll be trying to do a kind of complete playthrough.
Why do we have two eyes? Is there some law that says we must? 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 ears, 2 breasts.
Not finished! Not finished!
You'll have to find some way to get through to surgery and Steinman. Chin up now. The Lord hates a quitter. I can hear that splicer sounding off like it's the 4th of July. Explosives are hard to come by down here. But if you get your hands on one of them telekinesis plasmids, you can catch the damn firebombs and toss it right back in his gob. Or anything else that might be standing in your way.
What's the matter, Frank?
It's this thinning hair, Jim. Every day there's less and less.
You know, the problem's not in your hair. It's in your genes.
Hey, I don't go in for all that splicing stuff. My buddy says it's not safe.
Shows you what your buddy knows. Go over to Genetic Horizons for a trial of freshness.
Yeah, the kind of first aid stations are well worth hacking, partly because of cost reduction, but mostly when enemies try and use it, they take damage, and usually when they're using it, they're low on health, so it finishes them off. So it's pretty good, pretty good.
Maybe it's time for me to get a little fresh air.
Okay, I think we'll leave the second episode there. Again, I'm not sure how long this has actually taken, but join us soon again for the third episode of this, and I'm the Bastard, and I'll see you later. Bye!